Phone's working now this time, I think. Hopefully. See what we got going on here. Yeah, I was right about that. It fucking dumped. Fucking work, man. Every time it starts picking up, I mean, I can hit the first half hour, but as soon as it starts picking up, fucking when all the good moves happen. So I just gotta get lucky. I can catch the beginning of something like that. What time is that at? 6:55. 6:55. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I got off around 7 something. Yeah. This is when I got off. This is what I hit yesterday. Fucking 40 points or something, 30. What did it drop? 400 points overnight. Not overnight, during the day. Whatever. Got overnight low, which is right at the open. Oh, the afternoon open. You got the 15-minute over here. A bit easier for not getting lost in the weeds. I usually like to avoid the first drop. I find you get a better average if you skip where it bottoms out. You hit that first bounce. Probably gonna be bullshit all morning. It's also probably gonna fucking tank. Let's see if we got any news coming up. Oh, that makes sense. 7-year note, balance sheet. I don't really care about home sales or natural gas. Thankfully, I will be out of the market, but given the balance sheets coming out. What the fuck are you doing? Enough. Not gonna lie, I don't like this. If it doesn't break by the open, I don't really see anything promising, but watch. Here's one of my favorite things to use ChatGPT for. anything. It's slowing it down. I'm gonna start deleting some shit. There it goes. And that's why we're getting a drop. Well, one of the reasons. Well, let's see this looking good today. I got stopped out of my long position yesterday, which is kind of expected. I mean, you just can't fucking plan for half of this shit. Yeah, you knew tariffs were coming, but you never know how bad it's gonna fucking hit it. You use as much technical analysis as you want. I can kind of show you what I was looking at for the S&P and why I was in a long position. You know, as you can see, it had a huge sell-off, and this was right around Trump solidified tariffs. Yeah, this bounce over here. This is actually the first position I got in. I hit it for about 3%. Right when it broke this resistance over here, which thankfully coincided with FOMC, which although it wasn't super positive, that was already priced in, all the tariffs and everything else, and it wasn't more negative than it would have been. So even though the overall sentiment had a lot of fear behind it, that all has been priced in for the past month or more, depending on how long you want to look at the fear of tariffs. Wrote this next support point here. This was a major one. I really thought I was home free with this, you know. So I entered right around here. This was Monday morning. I was actually up for a minute. I think I entered, what time was that? Yeah, I entered right around here somewhere. So I was up for about a day or two. I can't even see what the fuck the dates are. I'm too far out. But, you know, I entered around here. I was up for a minute. I don't know. I think it went up 3% because it's on leveraged, 3 times leveraged. And then just those fucking sell-offs. So we could see a bounce right here. I don't get into any long swing positions in the middle of the week. Either it's Monday, Tuesday. If I blow it in the middle of the week, I'm done for the week. I clearly, misjudged. And, you don't want to fucking jump on a sinking ship. So, sell-offs here. I think my stop clicked in. It was around midday yesterday. I don't even know what the fuck day that is, but I would assume it's somewhere around here. So, I mean, over the next, let's say Wednesday, 3 days, we're going to see how bad these tariffs really are. And hopefully it's just going to bounce around here. I mean, if it dumps again, this clearly was just a pullback, and it wasn't actually, bottoming out in a reversal. Obviously, nobody wants that, clearing their 401ks, but, we'll wait and see. Let's see. So the concept of this series is I'm broke and I'm trying not to be. So only thing I've got is a ChatGPT ran blog about passive income that generates passive income. At least that's the idea. So it's 100% run by ChatGPT. I mean, I'm the middleman. Eventually, plan is to automate it. I don't know, Python or something. But for right now, I'll show you the process of that. You can do this with any niche market. I just thought this would be funny. So we go to our ChatGPT, which is $20 a month. And then I have a folder for it. So as you can see, you have a folder. This is your overall project, right? If you want, write instructions within it to kind of give it a ground framework for how you want it to act. And then what you do is come over here. These are all the blog posts that I've ever created. And you want to put things that it's going to remember. Like, for example, blog posts. I don't want to make a duplicate blog post, so they're all in the same chat. Because if you put them in different chats, but in the same folder, it's not going to be able to access one or the other. You're going to get a lot of duplicate posts. It's going to not work. So, just copy, paste. Sometimes I'll switch it up. I mean, it's getting no views. I have a few blogs with some. They're more personal blogs for art shit and stuff like that that get way more views. Even though this is regularly updated, I mean that's kind of a given. I'm sure it's pretty obvious. It's ChatGPT, but it's a funny project. And I don't want to write these articles myself. I don't even know enough about passive income to write an article every day for the next 365 days, give or take, when I forget. So it's just a simple one in there. All that's generating. And it generates it all in HTML. So you just copy and paste it, and that's all you got to do. It comes auto formatted and everything. We'll go to Blogger. And what's this one about? Tiny home rentals. There's a way to automate this. I mean, it's not super difficult, but this takes me 2 minutes in the morning. So I haven't really, and automating it would take me an afternoon probably. So as of right now, it doesn't really make sense. But maybe this weekend I'll automate it. I'll do another live during that. See if that makes sense. All right, all I do post. It's already in HTML. Copy, paste, and give it a title. Tiny home rentals. Now, set up on the main page where this seems to be the only way you can have a homepage where you can see it's not getting shit. Maybe it won't, but we only have 31 posts. This is including past two morning or Sunday. I'll have to do a economic prediction. So as you can see, it's all HTML. All I do is copy, paste. It's actually, let's see what it predicted for this week. Trade policies, tariffs on imports, what's coming. Let's see, considering the current market predictions, S&P is projected to trade between 5,600 and 5,700 by the end of this week. And what are we sitting at now? 5,700. Yeah. So it was saying it was going to drop, which, I mean, pretty fucking spot on. Within 100 point. That's next time I'll probably try and have it be a little bit more specific rather than giving a 100 point window. But it was at 572, 557.22 when I made a prediction. So, and not terrible. And then, so yes, the reason for the labels. So, you went to the blog. Oh, yeah, I have ChatGPT read a little about me. There's more that needs to be done here, but I got like fucking 10 things going on at once here. These you can get off of Thinkorswim. It's just a widget. You fucking copy and paste once again the HTML. Gosh, how that goes down. What time is it? All right, we got 15 minutes. So how I put the side hustle label on this. More. This is that new post that I just put out. I mean, like I said, what was that? 2 minutes, right? So if I want tomorrow, if I find a topic that I want to go more in depth on, I'll just tell it to you, expand on this. This is actually pretty true. I have an acre in the desert that I bought for $8,500. It's now sitting at around 13K. If I put a tiny home on it, you can build a tiny home for 10 grand if you know what you're doing. If you're not hiring all your shit out. So you're looking at what landed cost 20 grand, assuming you have a truck, and you can start renting it out pretty cheap. And then not only can you rent it out, but when you sell the property, your property value has gone up. I don't know, let's say double the material that you put into it, which would pay for your time. So you spent, even 5 grand is pretty fucking. Although we'll see with these tariffs, but when I first bought that property 3 or 4 years ago, you could get away with building something for someone to live in for about 2 grand. So you're looking at 10K landed, 2K for a little shack, fucking 8 grand for the property. And these are, all over the country. Build a fence around it for another grand. You're looking at 11,000 landed, and you're easily flipping that for 20 grand. You have a place for someone to live. You got fucking, you got your property. It's, but you got to find somewhere that makes sense. So it's near a well. You can't dig for a well. It's 5 miles from a well. The only well within 60 miles. So that's a huge selling point. And it just so happens to be near a major national attraction. And there's nowhere else around closer. Like, that's the closest place you're going to get property to that national attraction. So you got to find places like that. Like, you got to think, why the fuck would anybody buy this property? Is it very remote and you can grow shit? Is it close to something? Is it a little bit of both? Can you get water? Can you get food? These are all things that factor into that. So I got lucky, fucking 5 years ago, 10 years ago, the property was 3 grand. I bought it for 8.5. Now it's selling for about 13, 14. What real estate agents will do is come in and they'll try and buy you out for about 5,000 under asking. And they themselves will raise the property value on an entire neighborhood out here. So they'll buy, let's say, 15 plots on a section, and because they bought it all for 10,000, they now control the market, and they put that market at 15, 20,000. So your goal is to hold out. You know what I mean? You wait for the market to inevitably increase because this is what the real estate agents are doing. They're going to buy out everybody around you. So now just because they bought out everybody around you, now your property value is up because they say it's going up. It's all arbitrary. None of it makes sense. In the sense that the property isn't actually worth more. It's not actually doing anything. But, you can't fucking grow out here. You could, if you had a greenhouse, you know what I mean? It's like fucking buying property on hard mode. There's no benefit to it other than location. There's a well, and you want to live in the fucking desert. But once again, the real estate companies are in the process of controlling the market and they want as much money as possible. So they will single-handedly ruin that economy. Your goal is to wait it out and sell after all that. But anyway, so this is the article basically for today. Once again, what did that take me? Fucking 2 minutes, right? Now, there's probably some SEO tools I can use to boost people seeing this, but I don't really care yet, right? I want like a nice backlog of information so that when people check it out, I want it to look a little bit better. I have some ideas for the homepage. I mean, this is all pretty much ChatGPT run. I asked it exactly how I wanted it to look, what I wanted it to do. It actually gave himself an avatar, which is pretty fucking wild. Let's see if I can pull that up. We got 12 minutes. Let's see. So this was how it wanted to look. And it wanted to be called Alex. So, I think a lot of that is taking data from a million different places and saying what looks most approachable and trustworthy, right? It's not actually its idea of something, but it's very interesting to see this is, according to an AI model, what is the most trustworthy and reliable figure. Anyway, so you put the tag on here, which was side hustle. Because of that, going to side hustle. These are all your labels. These are all posts with that tag on it. So it's like a landing page with a home page, but the way you have to do it within Blogger to hide it is you wrap it as a label, and then you put all your labels somewhere. Let's see, pages. Is that it? Yeah, pages. And all you do is whatever the name is, blogspot/search/label/investing. And that will make it a hyperlink that takes you to all pages with that label on it. So anyway, that is one of the things I do in the morning. What are the stats on this? Probably fucking awful. I mean, 3 today, which is actually yesterday, I think. I don't know why that's blocked out. 14 views in 1 day is not bad. I mean, you can see 150. So it's slowly, ramping up. 31 posts. I don't know how long I've had this. Maybe a month. Probably a little over because I kind of fucked off some days. So we'll say 2 months. Probably February, March. 2 months. It's really not that bad. It's better than zero. I think having something on Blogger automatically gets views because of the way Blogger is run. I think there's like a chat roulette sort of reading through blogs kind of thing. Your goal is to make it as attractive as possible when people hit that roulette wheel of blogs that they see yours and go, this is the one I want to go into, right? So right now I'm building content over the next X amount of days. And then after that, that's when I'll start ramping up how it actually looks. Should I do one before the other? Yeah, probably, but I don't have the time or patience right now. So I will procrastinate till I really need to do it. Anyway, let's get back to this and see what we're working with. I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to do shit. I think if anything, it's going to tank. It doesn't look good, I can tell you that much. So this one's cool. I don't pay for it because it's fucking expensive. And with Thinkorswim, it's very they use different tickers every month. They swap out which ones you can use. Thankfully, right now it's QQQ, which is nasdaq, which is what I'm trading in the mornings. So these bubbles are going to be volume, heavy red, heavy sell-offs. These are where orders are placed. Now, in a perfect world, I would have $60 a month to, I think it's fucking, might be even more than that. It's over $50 a month to get this service. Is really nice for seeing overall sentiment. You can kind of see where market makers are, where other people are planning. Everyone's judging by this alone. Everyone's going extremely long, but not really extreme. This is 1 point, right, or $1, I guess, because we're using QQQ. Let's see if we can zoom this out. Oh, look at that. Like $40 a month if you go through Thinkorswim. It's not bad. If you go, like I said, Bookmap, probably about 50. Oh, and what you can also do.
Wix.
You can go on YouTube itself, actually, and they have a live feed, which is nice to look at sometimes. Especially, most of my trades don't last that long, but when I was trading overnight, it's kind of nice because you're running sort of blind, especially during the London session or something. You can use technical analysis, but it's not really moving like it would. So you enter a trade and you're like, well, what's everyone else thinking? Because that is the market, is what everyone else is thinking. It's just a good way to get a visual representation of that. As you can see, we got some work down here. We got a lot more going on. Now, why is that? Fucked if I know. But we'll find out. Oh, what the fuck? What do we got? 6 minutes? 6 minutes till the open, and it's breaking right past that. It's interesting. I expected it to sit in that little zone. So, I'm thinking maybe it's a liquidity grab, which is a good sign. We saw everyone, kind of all market makers and everything, going long. It could just be pulling liquidity for the open, and it's going to fucking skyrocket. Everyone's getting in their positions before the open. I'm not going to. I don't have that risk tolerance, nor should I. I think my account is right about even after yesterday. Yeah, I'm up $35. But we'll see. Make sure all this shit. Always make sure the amount of trades I've entered that were actually sim trades, or I didn't have a stop set, or the right contract size. I'm gonna start off the day with one. If I see something I really like, I'll bump it up to 2 or 3. If I see something that's a no-brainer, I'll put it on 5, which is micros $10 a point. Right now I'm at $2 a point, increments of 2. We'll see. got 3 minutes. Be right back. Alright, we got 1 minute till we open. I mean, it could just fucking dump. Midnight, April 2nd and April 3rd is when those 25% tariffs are coming in. So, it's... Oh, it's fucking over now. On TV above, I got Bloomberg going 24/7. If I had a external webcam, I'd show you, but I'm sure it's gonna fuck everything up if I try and move my computer. But we'll see. Yep, there it goes. So typically, it's always gonna go back to VWAP. Depends on how long it's gonna take. Once it crosses these deviation bands, I should get in here, but it is so fucking volatile that first 5 minutes. I mean, what are we looking at? 45, I don't know, 15 points in 30, around 30-second time frame. I like to keep my stop around 20 points. It's just too volatile. This could just be a liquidity grab for it to fucking dump. I want to see how it's going to react over the next couple minutes and wait for a real pattern to form out, rather than just hoping for the best, right? Yeah, it's looking like it's fucking dumping. position here, but there it goes. I mean, it could fucking, even if I enter on this candle here, within that candle, it can fluctuate 34, that 20 point. Probably should have, but better safe than sorry. We're still in that first 5 minutes. I don't want to get too impatient, but yeah, that's fucking going. We're probably looking at. I don't see anything catching it. We just blew right past that low earlier. Yeah, it's fucking. That doesn't look good. Anyway, you look at it. See, that's what you worry about. Getting in here, what is that, 03? I would have hit the 20 points, but aiming for more than that. I'm aiming for around 40, 100. But you just never know. All this could have happened right when I fucking got in. And knowing my luck, if I had gotten in, that's when it would have happened, right? So I'm gonna wait for a little pullback to form. See if it's really pulling back or continuing the trend. Wait for some kind of continuation flag or something along those lines. I found NASDAQ really respects these breakout patterns and trend lines, whereas the S&P is more support, resistance, liquidity gaps. Different. Depends on the market you're trading, right? Even though they're closely resembled, obviously NASDAQ is tech. S&P has some tech in it, but it is not primarily tech, right? So that's where you get the correlations, but it's not going to move exact because there's way more factors going into each one of them that are going to move them independently, but they have some in the same basket. Those fucking suck. So here's that pullback that I'm hoping for. Let's see what it looks like on a smaller frame. So I'm really just looking at an entry, and it probably was right there, but what we got here? 141, so 120 points. How far has it dropped already? 35. We're almost at a 100-point drop, so I really want to get into this. Really love to get in on the pullback, take it to VWAP, but you never know. Alright, So we're past that 5 minute mark. So anything I see here, I will get into if I see anything with a good entry. Well, win some, you lose some. Being flat is better than being red. So. Dude, come on. Hey, fuck off. I want to see if anything's going to catch this. By the way, this is think or swim. It's a lot better for charting. Ninja Trader, you might get a couple days back or something. I don't know. I don't really use it for that, to be honest. NASDAQ, you can see an entire, or not NASDAQ, Thinkorswim, you can see an entire year back. You don't need to pay for it, but you do need money in the account. I found that out the hard way. I didn't have any money in the account, and they closed it, restricted it, and I had to go through the whole thing, and I just threw $100 into, I don't know, some QQQ derivative or something along those lines, and it's just sitting there. It's $100, keeps the account active. I'm up, I don't know, $2 on it. You're probably, now I'm down $5, but regardless, you know what I mean? It's pennies on the dollar in comparison to how much you have to pay for some of these things, and you don't actually lose the money. You know what I mean? It's just in a brokerage. It's like putting $100 in savings. Just find something stable, throw it in. Don't put it in some stock or some bullshit. Put in something that's gonna either remain relatively level or, the average 7, 10, 12%, 15 annually. Now, as of what's gonna catch this, I mean, if it breaks that, it's fucking over. But that would be an 800-point drop, which could see, depending on these tariffs, but if it drops another, even right here, we're already hitting it. If it breaks past that, I really don't see anything catching it. Which we've got a long fucking way to go if that's the case. Alright, here it is. It's getting hung up a little bit. Now, I don't actually trust these lines. I just kind of put them up to get an idea. Although I probably should get into this right now. Let's see if we get the stereotypical liquidity bar right here. It drops back down. I mean, that's a very solid green candle. I like how it popped. Went past that deviation band. And I like this little hang up here. I'm getting in.
Order filled.
Oh, and it's going to tank right here. So I'm just taking it to this next deviation band. We're just doing a little scalp to test the waters. I'm only in one contract. Worst case, it flops. It's 20 times 2, $40. So low risk, low reward. Just getting my feet in the market, seeing what we're working with. I've been getting slammed for the past couple weeks, so not really comfortable throwing 5 contracts in right now. It's looking good. We just get a win for the morning.
Target filled.
That's how easy it is, huh? So here's the next one. Next deviation band. If it crosses here, we're pretty much guaranteed going to VWAP the whole way, which is right about what it's doing right now. And you can see, these deviation bands are pretty fucking spot on. Anytime it hits them, it gets hung up a little bit, which means most people are probably looking at the same thing, doing the exact same thing I did. Trade into the next deviation band and get out. And you got people getting in, so you got more liquidity. And here's the pump the rest of the way to VWAP. Should I have gone all the way in? Probably. But win's a win, and I'll take green. But yeah, so $40. In the green in total, about 70. But, see, here's where it gets risky, holding past that deviation band, We don't really know if it's actually pulling back, right? We don't have any, it's kind of pricing in these tariffs right now, or the expectation of them. Nobody's optimistic about them. I can't imagine. I've never heard anybody be optimistic about these tariffs. But maybe not as fearful as, you could be, right? But this, if you look at the 15-minute, I mean, it doesn't even look like it's pulling back. You look at the 5, it kind of is. So I want to see a fucking green candle on the 15-minute before I really commit to a reversal. Pullback versus reversal, 2 completely different things. You can scalp a pullback. You're not going long on it, though. And right there, right? So I see another pattern showing up, and it breaks it, and it goes towards VWAP. I'll throw 2 or 3 contracts in, maybe even 5. I don't know. But once again, we got to see that pattern form. And yeah, by the way, so this is just VWAP with deviation bands, kind of like a Bollinger Band. It's just percentage ratio off of VWAP. Also, now I'm a lot more comfortable getting in with two contracts, right? So I'm up 74. Two contracts with a 20 point is an 80 point or an $80 loss. Right, I'm still basically break even. Although the way TopStep does it is it's $2,000 from your highest point, right? So I can't lose more than $2,000 from this point here. So you're never really actually up. You're just closer to your goal, but you always have the same risk parameters set behind, which fucking sucks. It's difficult, but you know, what are you gonna do about it? It is trading with a $50,000 account for $50, so can't really complain too much, you know, or the ability to trade it, I guess. Now, I do like the way this is forming up. I'd like to see a little bit more consolidation in here before I get in. It doesn't look like it's going to. 96.80. I want my stop to be somewhere around here. I'm gonna miss it. I can already tell you I'm gonna miss it right here. Yeah, there it goes. You know, now that I think about it. That should have been my entry right there. But I was waiting for that. Usually it's a green bar. We'll do a little liquidity bar. And then I'll fucking skyrocket. So it didn't have that second bar. That's just part of my strategy. You know, like right here, you see a big green bar, you see a red, enter on the red, get in at a good price. I could have waited, but I didn't know if it was going to do something like this, right? So you want to see some sort of pullback, some sort of resistance to show other people getting in. You want to see shorts getting out, or vice versa. It's going short, you want to see longs getting out, and you just want to see some sort of resistance. Typically, when I don't see that, it might go up one more bar for another 5 points, and it'll just fucking plummet. So if I don't see that little bit of pullback, I don't have high hopes for it. In this case, I was proven wrong. Once again, though, I'd rather be green than red, so or flat than red. So, next trade I'm going to be looking out for is something around this VWAP. It's either going to it's going up or down. I mean, that's, you know, the nature of the market. So, I'm looking for a rejection or a push through. It's probably going to tap it. You know, what would that trade would have been? 87. Oh, hindsight's 2020. Okay, so that's what I was looking for right there. I want to see this to know. So now I'm waiting for something around here. Right? I mean, I could trade, let's see, 39, 49. So just so happens when it enters back into that consolidation zone is right around VWAP. So is it going to get rejected here? You know, this could be on a larger time frame, that liquidity drop that I was telling you about. Typically, I would have seen it this bar. You know, this would have been fully red, green bar up, and then a fucking plummet. Didn't do that. This is pretty extended for a pullback, but the overall sentiment is we don't have good news on the market. So, what do I know? airstrikes in Somalia. Let's go. And this wasn't what I was talking about with the rejection. The breakout rejection. Typically, it would have been 1, 2 candles, and right here, it probably would have been doji of some sort, and then just fucking plummeted. So, do you think this is some sort of consolidation before we get up to VWAP? It's everyone's a little apprehensive, not really sure what's going on. As you can see, it touched that line, so that's now becoming some point of resistance. Isn't a good sign for reversal, does seem to respect this a little bit. We only had two touches on it. It's not like it's really that solidified of a trend, So sit back, see what the market's doing. Better flat than red. Oh, and there it fucking goes. Jesus Christ, dude. What are you gonna do? See exactly. Do you like that? That's a nice one right there. Okay, this is good right here. I like this. Five 110. So that's a 30 point. If I can get in here somewhere, even if I only take it to the upper deviation, that's another 20 points. I mean, take it. I really like scalping in the middle of the day. But until I see something major going on, large trend that's being broken, I don't really want to, roll the dice and see how far I can hold something. Sure, I could have held here, but 68. Well, I would have hit it. But once again, you never know. I'll trade this all day. I'll trade this all day. I'll trade this all day. But to go from here to here, that's where it's risky. You're passing through multiple resistance points. I look at all these as resistance points. And unless the overall grand picture is very good, I don't like to hold through them if I can avoid it. And I mean, you get enough money from here. What's that? 113, 43, or 48. Let's call it 60 points, right? Now, right here, though, I will take this all the way if it fucking breaks it. Yep, that's all we're waiting for. Also, I'll get in. If we see a retest on VWAP, right? If it comes back down, touches, and starts taking off again, I'll enter that without thinking twice. So that's showing that, the Bears tried taking it underneath VWAP and they just weren't strong enough. So if they're not strong enough to push it lower, what does that mean? Higher. You know. Also, while I'm waiting for this, the other part of this YouTube channel growth project is play a game on, say, Xbox, right? You can stream on Xbox, but it's a fucking process. I don't even know how to do it with YouTube. Oh, here we go. So if I get a good clip, I'll screen record 30 seconds. We're just gonna fucking go for it.
Order filled.
Let's go. Don't fuck me on this one, please. Don't fuck me. I should have waited for liquidity, but you got a lot of long wicks here, and it's sitting pretty safe underneath. Of course, it's probably gonna fuck me, but we'll see. Once again, we're always targeting, this deviation right here. Come on, you fucker. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You know you want to do it. Come on. Come on. Fuck you. So that's not good. I don't see this going in my direction. Yeah, there it goes. It's going off. Could sit right above my stop and just slowly keep putting up. There's a lot of fucking mix on this. It is very indecisive. Oh, we got home sales coming. Fuck. I mean, that's not really going to affect NASDAQ, but I don't like to be. Oh, 30 minutes. Okay. Alright, after this, come on. Let me just get a win, and I'm fucking done for the morning. I will take it. Come on, you fucker. really don't like sitting in this, to be honest. Ah, fuck you. Oh, that's over. That's it right there. No fucking way. Holy shit. Yeah, that's done. Are you kidding me? Holy shit. Fucking give me something, dude. Should probably minimize my loss and get out now, but we're already in it. Knowing my luck, if I get out, it'll fucking skyrocket. It does not look good though. You know, you can prepare and have as much due diligence as you want, but at the end of the day, it's gambling. You know, who the fuck knows what's gonna happen? And holy shit, if this fucking goes, dude. I mean, these wicks right here, they're not telling any good story. It's oh my god, I picked the fucking. I mean, out of all this shit I could have entered in, why the fuck did I get in here, dude? Oh, no fucking way. I mean, I just gotta stick it out in this trade just for the art. I mean, what the fuck? Should I get out? Yeah, probably. But I've already mentally came to the conclusion I was losing this trade, so if I can get back into it.
Stop filled.
Oh, well, there it goes. Alright. So that's that for today. Yeah, I mean, I don't like this price action at all. We're ending the day down, what, $40? Yeah, it could be worse. Could be a lot worse. Alright. Peace.